All right, Top Billin gang, your boy's back right here. This time I want to talk about my man BJ Ojulari from Louisiana State University, right? Them Tigers. So with that, I want to say this. I was going to go through first and name just some guys all around the country that play edge for you guys to look at it. Just some guys that really jump out to me that could have some really good seasons. I'm going to do that on the back end. I'm going to go ahead and get to BJ Ojulari first. Let's be real here. BJ Ojulari was a part-time player who flashed some skills. So he doesn't have a ton of film, but he has a ton of talent, and that is something that's going to stand out to you guys this very coming season because he will get a lot more playing time. And the fact that he stayed in Baton Rouge, salute to that kid right there, man. I absolutely love that, man. Finish what you started. Go there, be a superstar. This kid has first-round draft pick potential, potentially top 15 to top 10 type talent. He is a great athlete, but if you want to check that out with some guys, that'll be here on the back end. I may even make it an item all itself, right? Maybe making another one right there just in case, because I know people only watch a couple of seconds of this and then they comment, so I can make it a different item. I might have to start doing that, right? I never like to double up on the items and stuff, just give you guys single stuff, but I notice a lot of people around YouTube, they'll chop up their own shit, right, and get 3 and 4 content items out of one thing. So that's never been my thing right there, so maybe I might do that for the first time right here. But BJ Ojulari, what more can we say about this kid right here? All right, look at this right here. He had 4 sacks, right? So 4 sacks, 3 came in one game. He forced a fumble in one of the games in Missouri with a sack, 12 solo tackles. He was a hired gun, right? Meaning coming in on money downs, getting after the quarterback. You had Andre Anthony and Ali Gay as more as your base down players. BJ Ojulari can work against the run. Right now, he's a really good effort guy, and he's an explosive athlete. The bigger he gets, the better he'll be able to stand up in base downs. And you can work him from a 9 all the way to a 5 technique. He's very strong. Obviously, you know, I don't like to do the low-hanging fruit stuff, so I know people are going to come in here and say, yes, Azeez Ojulari's brother from formerly of the University of Georgia, going to be in the first-round draft, another edge player right there. So I don't normally do that. I let these guys live out their own merit. We don't need to know all the time that Brad Johnson is Max Johnson's dad or Tim Tebow is a Christian and all this stuff that people always talk about. We don't have to always do that. So that'll be my last time ever mentioning that. But BJ Ojulari is the absolute truth. Let's get to it right now.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. This is some unique stuff right here. Now, look at LSU's front here. Right? It's a shifted front. You can almost say that this is an under front with them shifting to the weak side. However, you don't have that Sam linebacker put down on the line of scrimmage there to give it that 5-2 look. But this man having to negotiate this. Look at that, 4 linemen on his side. He's the only one over here. Right? I'm sorry, 3 linemen on his side. Obviously, a fourth in the wing player here. 4 players that could be dedicated to him, and he still makes this happen. Look at this. Inside, outside, and then runs the arc. Come on, man. Right? What are you doing here? That's hard. Now, check this out. Your man originally squares up his man, right? My man is just there to chip. So he knows he has to negotiate him. He jabs him to the outside, hits him with the crossover. He whiffs, right? So he's got vertigo now. He's done. He's got vertigo. He has a release. And then you get the left tackle here. You bait him with an inside move while using your hands. Now you squared him up. Now look how tall he's standing, right? That man's standing tall and talented. You ain't standing tall and talented in the damn pocket. He got you. That's the leverage game. He faked my man out and got up under his ass. That's hard. Oh, pause. I got to pause that one right there. Some of you dudes out there probably got a little excited right there. He got under his pads, and look at that. The rest is history there. He's unable to recover. The redirect is nasty on that one. True freshman, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a ton of finesse moves. He can even pull out some power moves when you want him to as well. I cannot wait to see his development this year. So I'm working at a 6 technique. Still at a 6 technique. But keep in mind, this guy's 6'2", 230 pounds. In my opinion, he will be a monster even more so. Well, I don't think it matters, right? He has positional versatility. He has scheme versatility. I think the guy can be good in anything. He will be good in whatever scheme they trot out right here. However, him in a 3-4 as a stand-up outside linebacker, man, you know he will be straight up money. But check this out. You talk about violent hands. Nasty. Violent hands with a dexterity here, keeping a tight rush, right? Keeping it tight to the vest. See him come up with the get off right here. Pad level is dope. Offensive lineman trying to set, right? He's not giving him anything to work with. And you can see right here, the head and shoulder movement really got him going. Head and shoulder movement, almost like basketball. Hit him with the hezzy, right? How many hezzies you see in a pass rush? Hit him with the hezzy. My man doesn't have enough surface area to hit because he misjudged it, right? That's your proprioception. He misjudged the spacing of this because of the head movement. Ojulari's a little bit further outside than he thinks, and he can't get full extension. Ojulari's running the arc on this one right here, keeping it very tight to where you force the quarterback to have to rush out. You don't want him to step up in the pocket. He starts to rush out. You're already there. Look at that. Forced the fumble and then recovered it. That's hard. One more time on that one right here. Look at that. Violent hands for him to be first as well. See, him being first allowed him to get inside positioning with his hands. He was first, even though he ran through, right, getting jiggy with it. Him being first created the space right there. And if it's that much space right there, you better call the security guards or somebody. He's trying to push him in the back. What's that going to do? Nothing. Bang. Got him. Just a nasty pass rusher with that type of athleticism and explosiveness. Might be the most explosive edge player in the country. Could be that. To me, seeing LSU in an even front defense just feels good to me. I hated when LSU went to a 3-4. Like, leave that to Alabama. No need to jump on that particular train right there. LSU was the premier even front defensive outfit in the entire country. So seeing this even front here, you can see my man lined up a little bit tighter to the tackle here, more like at a 5 technique, and he's still doing his thing. So when you're this tight to the tackle, sometimes being able to chain moves together, like converting speed to power, will be in your best interest. And that's what he initially tries to do here, right? So if at first you don't succeed, try again. Look at that. That's that stick-to-itiveness. Coming off of here, the tackle actually gets a good jump on here. So you can see him centering him up, right? So you don't know right here, this is what you call an even exchange situation. You didn't choose an outside move. You didn't choose an inside move. You didn't choose an outside approach or an inside approach. So he does not know what's coming. So bang, center him up. Look at that. Popped his head back. Boom, popped the big man's head back like Jack in the Box or whatever that damn shit was, and keep him moving. Look at that, man. He lifted my man off the ground. My man's 6'2", 230 strong. He get to 6'2", 250, man. He's on some Von Miller shit. You can tell it. Then tries to arm under him, but my man recovers. Anchors down pretty well. He has those long arms. That's what length will get you. Pause. Got to pause that. And then he keeps working, though, right? So it's a battle of the minds here, battle of the will. Just so happens, quarterback tries to escape right in his grasp, and he's stuck with it. That's playing some good football, but that's playing some heady football and having your motor continuously run hot. I love that about this kid. All right, this might be my favorite move right here. You have your 4 horseman rush package again, and you can see him shifted out. So he's the primary guy here. This time, right, think about this. Damn, you got Ali Gay here at a 2-eye. You got Andre Anthony and Ray Thornton, right? Couple of 9 techniques here. And my man hitting with a serious-ass Allen Iverson crossover dribble and all that space. Look at, that's too much space. And look, the quarterback couldn't even react correctly. Hey, come on. Hopefully Durante Jones, my man Durante Jones, man, I've heard some good things about him. Hopefully he keeps in a package like this, because this is some really dope stuff right here. You put a guy like this in all that space right here, what he does is he creates even more space with his quickness. Look at that. It looks like he was still going to be going outside to run the arc here. The offensive tackle commits to that, and he bends it back inside. And then he does the arm over move with it. Nothing to hit there. Another vertigo moment for that man, right? He's going to need some nausea medicine. Get that man some ibuprofen or something like that. And then, look, everybody's doing that thing right here in the coverage. He can't go anywhere with the ball. Colin Hill spread his herb ass on the grass like fertilizer. Dang, he got spread. He got spread kind of bad right there. He's some bad fertilizer. It look like he might have a little bit of a mini concussion with it too. So as you can see right there, man, this cat can get after the passer. Absolutely love his skill set. I think he's going to be dope. He's pretty good against the run too. You see a lot of that stick-to-itiveness to run down some guys and everything like that. But the more he plays, the more you will experience the type of talent that I see with this kid here in Georgia, Washington, playing high school at Marietta. BJ Ojulari is that dude. So I want to see him get a little bit bigger, get in the 240 range. He will be on some Von Miller stuff for sure. And LSU's defense can get back to what it needs to be. As we know, that wasn't an LSU defense last year. That was some weirdo type shit. But you had to expect it if you understand football. You can't lose that many damn players off of one unit and expect to have those type of results that you thought you were going to have. So it is what it is there. With that being said, man, let's get to some other guys right here that you guys should be on the lookout for. I'd be remiss if I didn't start right here with my man Kayvon Thibodeaux. Kayvon Thibodeaux is like Chase Young to me. He's one of these guys that if there's no quarterback there, which I think it is, I'm a huge Sam Howell guy. I think he should be the number one pick. At least going into this season, I reserve the right to change my mind once we see the season, and there are several other quarterbacks that I like. But if there's no quarterback there as an edge player, he should be the number one overall pick. 6'5", 250 pounds. He's built for the NFL right now. He's like Chase Young. When you see that type of body or whatever like that, the NFL will value that. That's just pretty much a no-brainer. And if you can match that with the production, the athleticism that you have, Kayvon Thibodeaux is the absolute man. So don't worry about the 3 sacks last year. Remember, they only played like 7 games in the Pac-12. And the season before that, though, let me see. My man had, I think, like 9 sacks or something like that. So, yeah. So, if you see right there, he had 9 sacks in 2019 as a true freshman. Kayvon Thibodeaux is that guy. You don't have to worry about anything. If he's on your team right there, you know he's getting to the quarterback. You know he's your base down guy as well. You don't have to worry about anything with this guy. He's going to make himself $200-300 million in the NFL. My next guy that could possibly challenge him, depending on the year, I would have to go with Adam Anderson from the University of Georgia. 6'5", he's 225 pounds. He doesn't really look like it. Before, when I've seen this kid, I've seen him in person quite a few times here in Georgia, covering him when he was in high school. The kid looked real thin. He doesn't look like that anymore. He doesn't look like Kayvon Thibodeaux or Chase Young, but he's on his way. If he can get to 245 pounds, he has a chance to be every bit as good as Kayvon Thibodeaux as far as what you're looking for in the draft with somebody who's able to play a base end as well. He had 6.5 sacks last year, and remember, he wasn't a starter. The starters were Azeez Ojulari and Jermaine Johnson. He's as good as Azeez Ojulari rushing the passer, and that says a lot. Azeez Ojulari was the shit. Adam Anderson is that dude. Now he gets his chance to be a starter. He can very well put up double-digit sacks. Depends on some of the stuff around him, though, of course. But Adam Anderson has that frame that you look for, and he's just a damn good player. And his motor runs hot, just like we saw from BJ Ojulari and from Azeez Ojulari, and Kayvon Thibodeaux is in that mode as well. The next guy will be 2 drafts from now. You got to talk about Will Anderson. So Will Anderson will be right there with your boy BJ Ojulari. They'll be battling. So let me know what you think about BJ Ojulari next to your boy Will Anderson. Who would you pick? Right now, you got to go with Will Anderson. He has the production. He was a season-long starter. He ended up with 7 sacks. So think about that. BJ Ojulari with 4 sacks. Wasn't a starter. Didn't play nearly as much. But Will Anderson is a complete player. 6'4", 235 pounds, a little bit bigger than BJ Anderson at least a little bit taller than BJ Ojulari, a little bit taller than him, and he plays the run very well. Another guy with a great motor. All these guys have great motors. That's what I'm loving about this crop of edge players. These guys are not going to have their motors questioned by any stretch of the imagination. He's one of the better guys I've seen against the run, and he was a true freshman, just like BJ Ojulari. Got to go to my man Chris Bogle. Chris Bogle, he's one of these guys as well, man. If you look at him out there, 6'4", 240 pounds, he looks like $1 million. All he needs is a little bit more playing time. Of course, he had some guys ahead of him last year. It should be his year to shine, along with Brenton Cox, who's another really good edge player for them. I got to mention Nolan Smith as well on Adam Anderson's team. There's a lot of people to go through. On Adam Anderson's team, University of Georgia, Nolan Smith was also in the same exact class as Chris Bogle, in the same exact class as Adam Anderson and these guys too. He was the highest rated guy, same as Kayvon Thibodeau. So that's all that same class. Maybe he has a breakthrough moment there, but I don't see him as being as talented, at least now that we got to see him in college, as the rest of those guys. So, but Chris Bogle, I think he's every bit that. Another guy with a motor, another guy with some length to him. Chris Bogle has some power to him as well. He got bigger. He can chain moves together. Chris Bogle, I like him a lot. Last guy I'm going to mention right here is going to be Drake Jackson from USC. Now, Drake Jackson is a guy, you can move him inside out. He looks real good out there in that number 99 jersey for USC. It's one of the best jerseys in the country as well, too. So him, I like his versatility, being able to be playing from like a 7 technique and reduce him down. 6'4", 255 pounds. So you can imagine right here, he could easily put on another 10 pounds, and maybe he's an inside player with it, but he has some really good pass rush moves from a power standpoint. He's a good athlete as well. He had 5.5 sacks when he was a true freshman. He only had 2 sacks last year, but remember the Pac-12 schedule was all weird and stuff like that. So that's another one for you. And I have some more as well, but I'll try to get to most of these guys that I named here in a film study before the season starts. So let me know what you think about some of those guys. And, of course, I know you guys are going to pitch guys that you like on your team. So let me know about some of your favorite edge players from around the country as well. All right? But your boy Murph, the Underground King. Will men watch to the end and then comment? Don't be guessing, thinking you know what my shit is about from reading the title. My shit is always going to be way deeper than the title or way deeper than a thumbnail. So make sure you give me the respect and give everybody the respect on this particular platform to at least watch their shit before you comment. Right? It's free. I understand people don't respect free shit, but hey, it is what it is on that standpoint. At least respect my shit, because I'm going to give you that great detailed stuff. I'm always going to put 1,000% effort into whatever I do. All right? It's your boy Murph, the Underground King, though. Thank you for watching Top Billin Gang. Make sure you hit the like button on this one. Make sure you tell a friend to subscribe. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.